All right. So we're anticipating a sell, or we did anticipate a sell from GU, but it didn't happen, so none and void. Now, we noticed that GU pushed up to a critical area, which is my white line from this point. 1 week. Let's see what we've got there. We'll do a chart reset. That was a big bullish move. We're up for a pullback. And that was off of that reaction there from that point. Now, no doubt this is bullish, but we're up for a pullback, like I said. Question is how much or how far back, how far down is it going to pull? Because we have a lot of points here where it could come to, but let's go a little bit lower and see. Now that we're clear of where it could come down to. So if he breaks this zone right there, talking about Gbpusd, if he breaks that zone, we could anticipate it coming to this area if he breaks that zone, Gbpusd. That's my take on GU. If GU breaks that area, which is the white line, anticipate it coming down. I would anticipate it coming down, pulling down further. And that would take about, let me see how many pips is that. That's my tool. Okay. That's a lot. That's 100 plus pips to that area. If price breaks, a big if price breaks, then we can look to buy it up from this area. That would be my take on GU. Remember, it's still bullish. Pulls back here, continues back up. All right, that's my daily look. The 4 hour is kind of consolidating. So on the 4 hour, we could say it's also both ways. How so? Because the 4 hour we can come here and then do like a box up like that. I'll wait for a breakout. Once it breaks out, either way now, we could go in for the move. If it breaks out to the upside, then we're up for the buy continuing to the upside. If it breaks out lower, then we activate the sell move I just talked about. That's for Gbpusd. Up next is the one everyone loves. But before we go to gold, let's go touch on Usdcad, which of course the buy we've been calling for weeks disappointed us a couple of times. Could it be the time when it finally starts? This was one of the zones we were looking for it to come down to since he decided to switch, but appears it's going for a tap here, but never say never. There has been a crazy movement since everything going on started happening right now, the war and all the rest. So some weeks ago I posted, be careful, be patient. So ordinarily you expect, this looks good. This looks good. That sat there, bounced. Seems to be holding up well. So for you card, this looks good. I'm not going to jump in here. And I'm anticipating this is going to continue up somehow till it gets to this area. All right. This is my personal take on U card. Going to continue up to that area and then pull back down. That's when the buy it's going to finally set up. All right, so it's going to continue up. My take is going to do that. If it breaks it, even better for us, which that's what we want. Pulls back, and then they take off. That's what we want. So we want a push, hits that line, breaks it. We want a break. Okay, so I was saying this is very similar to this is GJ and this is GJ from last week, where I was waiting for that break to happen before we get in on the buy. So if anyone kept eyes on that, this is similar to what I'm now looking for in UCAD. You get the gist. So there was a break. No need to rush into jumping around here because we know the pullback is coming. It has pullback. It did pullback. So look at this now. Here it was still underneath it. This is saying, wait for me to come out here, come back down there, you buy it. It broke, came back, held that point very well, and it's on its way now up, possibly. So GJ, that's not what I want. GJ, it has held that point, it has created a high here. So personally now looking for, if you can come back into these areas again, I'm going to make a new high, pulls back. Possibly on the next pullback, I'm going to get in on this. We missed it here. So what I'm looking for, stuff I'm looking for is this now. So watch this. So Pulls back like that. Goes back there or whatever it chooses to. And catch it on the second break. I think I'm supposed to have a 2 that makes doing this easy on here on TradingView. All right. Let me quickly go touch on gold. All right, so coming back to gold now. Gold is falling really, really hard. We've been anticipating this sell on gold for a couple of weeks now. Is it finally ready to give us the sell? Because invariably when you have uncertainties like this, the war and everything, usually people throw their money in gold as a safety measure. It's technically still bullish here. So could it be coming back into that zone, or are we really in for a sell? Because we look at this now, this is an inverted head and shoulder. Hit there, or this is a head and shoulder, that's a hit, equal triple high there. Comes back down here, takes out this point. That's pulled here. We could be up for at least some sells into this 3200 zone. At least that's what I see. But we'll have to wait for proper confirmation. Let me take this off right now. All right, you get me, guys. Gold could be dropping really, really big. And let me go to the former real quick. We're gonna wrap up with gold. So we had that point, gold reaction or rejection from that zone. Does make sense. On that. Let's see this. This is the next area where this could come to. I need to be hitting the gym a bit. Yes, a break of that sun already. And this won't be necessary to put. So let me check it out. It's obvious what it did there. So I'm just going to line up that point, which I can also take back a bit to show that. So the 1 hour shows we are headed down. Like I said, 12 goes well. The 3200 zone is a given, possibly. Go to the 30. Personally, I would still want this to pull up a bit because it still looks very choppy where it's currently at. Not very clear, if you ask me. It looks like it's headed down, but here, it's kind of messy, yeah. So my take, right? Let's see, if it breaks out of that point, I'm going to take the sell. I'm going to take the sell, definitely. If it breaks out lower, I'll take it on the pullback. Okay, but if it doesn't, if it breaks out here, I'll catch it down. But here are two scenarios. I'm going to only draw out or indicate one so that you guys can keep tabs. So here, I do one more. Oh, Akunyo, my own. So this. So here we go. So here, like that. So I'll be hitting the gym in a bit, guys. So just trying to wrap up real quick. Here. Yeah, this will be my take, right? Now, this is scenario 2. The other one is you're going to bounce here, come up, hit here, react here. And that's where I want to take it for the sell. So let's wait for that breakout to happen before we're hopping on any move on gold. All right, so guys, those are my take. I'll be watching the spares for the week. I do like them a lot. So let's wait and see what happens before we hop in. All right. So yeah, that's a quick wrap up of the pairs I'm looking at. We seem to be having a pullback. I didn't look at any of the euro pairs, but euro AUD seems to be on the pull up. Let me take a look at. I did call GN and G last week, which did not move exactly what we wanted. It appears they are back in gear. I'll be keeping tabs on this maybe tomorrow or so, but at this point, I think they are looking quite tasty. UJ2, all right? So if I don't come back on here from New York, I'll be back looking at this pairs tomorrow morning. But they look to be ready to get back into their senses, if I should put it that way. And we could still catch the buys again. These pairs, they do look good. I'm still anticipating a possible move for them. So if that happens, GM buy could be back in play. But then we have to wait. That's broken above that point. We have to wait for it to come back here. And that's where we want to cash them buys. All right. So guys, that's a quick break. Until next time, guys, stay focused. All right. Stay focused. Stay focused. A lot can happen in 6 months. But you've got to keep the goal constantly in front of you. You've got to believe, got to have some affirmations, got to have a good environment surrounding you, like-minded individuals. All right? People who want the same thing you do. Don't stop. If you do that, 9 times out of 10, you get to your goal. All right? This is God Gbpusd saying, peace out. Let's make the week a blue week. Bye-bye, guys. You're welcome, Nita. You're welcome.